Hey y'all, welcome back. Welcome back. It is me, Britt Reacts, and today we're going to react to some more clips from the Joe Rogan podcast. This one, they're talking about what happened to the Diddy tapes and the Epstein list. I'm interested. Are you? Is there a list? Isn't there a list? You tell me.
I'll tell you what, Kurt Metzger called this from the beginning. And especially when he found out that Comey's daughter was going to be the judge. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah. Wasn't she the same judge on the Ghislaine Maxwell case? Yeah.
Oh, yes, I did hear this.
Yeah. Bro, where's the videos? They were telling us that videos are going to come out, incredibly high-profile people doing horrendous things, evil things. People are going to go to jail. People are going to be shocked.
Yeah.
Where?
Right.
Nothing.
Well, like,
zero.
My thing about the Diddy thing is, like, I don't really give a fuck. These people are they're of age. They're like 18 years old. And is it shitty what he's doing, trying to, like, use people and leverage them into do these weird sexual things and, like, sick shit, just the most sick shit you could possibly think of. But, like, the way I look at it is these people are using this Diddy stuff. All it does is, like, take away from the real child trafficking that's going on with, like, underage kids, right? There's, like, what, 300,000 something, like, missing kids. Like, talking about Diddy and his oil parties with these 18-year-olds, like, do I think it's good? No. I want to beat up their dad, but other than that, I don't really give a fuck if there's, like...
I definitely think I err on the side of this gentleman here, who I'm not sure who this is. I think when the case first started, or actually let's go back to finding out Cassie had this lawsuit, and it kind of all started to come out, and I don't know a lot of people on my end that doubted her story. Then the video dropped, and I think everyone was just kind of, like, enraged and just mortified for the real raw footage of that one specific incident. And so I don't think anyone really doubted Cassie's truth. But what started to happen when the case started to happen, I'm speaking from my personal experience, feel free to let me know yours, is, like, it was hard to read. The first 2 weeks of the case, especially knowing Cassie was, like, in her third trimester. This is a mother with daughters. And his kids were sitting in the courtroom, specifically his daughters. And they stopped going to court very early on. And to remember, like, his two twin daughters lost their mom. Like, these kids have just been through the ringer. And so on the theme of children, like, my heart was bleeding for every child involved in the case, be it a child of a parent who was testifying against him, his children, all the kids. I just am like, Jane Doe's son, who is allegedly 50 Cent's son, and Cassie's daughters, and just, like, everyone who had a child that would eventually hear and see all of this information on the World Wide Web. But yeah, I think it was absolutely horrific and grotesque to hear the things that Diddy was doing, controlling, and operating. But when you started to hear that every single adult was complicit, understood the wrong of it, and they didn't say anything for reasons that were, like, personal gain, it just made you feel like, you know what, where is the RICO case in this? Where is the actual law-breaking federal case in this? Obviously, he broke some laws. Like, I get it, and I understand his charges, but it did all start to feel like it really is hard to feel that Diddy was this big bad RICO case villain that I think we thought he was going to be. And I think every week we kept going, okay, so next week they must be bringing the RICO charges, because again, you got all, like, he's a freak, he likes freaky things, and that's not a crime. Now, some of the things he was doing around that were absolutely okay, I just want to be clear on that. I am not excusing his behavior, but I'm just saying, when you look at a RICO charge, I agree with this man. I feel like we as taxpayers should want to see real hardcore evidence for these really big crimes that they're prosecuting these people for, and not feel like our tax dollars were wasted on what somewhat feels like we're going to use him as an example type thing. Because let's be honest, we all know that Hollyweird is a very weird place. And I think a lot of celebrities, majority of Hollywood, didn't even speak on the Diddy case, and that should make us all wonder and question why not.
Good, no.
It's ginger ale. It's not
want to
beer.
beat up their dad, but other than that, I don't really give a fuck if there's like 18 and 19-year-olds that are doing this stuff, as long as they're not being like actually like physically raped. But I mean, it seems like what's going on is just like this weird cultish thing where they slowly get creep closer and closer and
You start
closer to this
losing
thing. Like,
yourself
oh, I'm
and your
here now.
morals.
All these famous people are here. They're doing this. Like
elaborate parties,
yeah.
Lots of money, everything you want, the golden carrot at the end of the stick.
Right.
I do also want to be clear. I definitely think, you know, especially Cassie's age was a big factor. I do think she was victimized in the way of like, she just was a kid when she was introduced to all of this. But I do also think she was a victim of wanting to be famous. Like, I think Cassie definitely just wanted to be famous, and Diddy was her in. And so I think she was willing to do a lot of things that she probably never even thought were things, because she was a kid when she was like introduced to him. And by kid, I mean, I think the age was 19. My daughter asked me the other day, like, Mom, what age do you think is really a grown up? And I said, like, I'm going to give it 25. Even at 25, like, I didn't really start to feel like, wow, I'm an adult until I was like 33. I'm not lying to y'all. I'm 36. Like, it started to hit me like, wow, I am really in the throes of this adult thing. And I think we have to give her the grace of just really falling victim to her desire for fame and a music career, and to a man who was super powerful and had all the connections that she wanted. And you know what I mean? But I don't, again, think that the picture that I think we all thought was like, right, this trafficking, this like slave thing that like we were all kind of anticipating just by the way the prosecution was framing it, and all the raids of his homes and all the rumors and allegations. So anyway, I just wanted to give y'all that.
Parties, lots of money, everything you want, the golden carrot at the end of the stick.
Right.
So the thing is, he's not even being charged for any of the things you just brought up. He's not being charged for blackmail,
Right.
which is kind of crazy.
Which is like there.
What did they do?
Right.
Why did they tell us that there was all these videos of all these high-profile people, and then silence, and then it never comes up once during the trial? There's none of that stuff in the trial. In the trial, it was his ex-girlfriend Cassie. They were talking about, so like he's up for these 2 charges left, and it's like prostitution, something.
And like
it's like nothing stuff.
Transportation.
It's like stuff that he's going to go to jail for like 5 years,
like
if
that.
at all, and probably won't.
He's going to get time served.
And he's already been in jail for. So like, what is time served now? It's over a year, right?
Yeah. No, I think he's gonna walk, dude. I mean,
I think he's going to walk
I don't
too.
think he's gonna spend any time.
And this is what Kurt Metzger called a long time ago. As soon as he saw that it was Comey's daughter, he was like, oh, he's going to walk. Trust me, he's going to walk. There's a bunch of high-profile people that are connected to this.
Yeah.
They're covering it all up. If he goes down, they go down. So he's not going to go down.
Right.
So that's the thing. Like, if he really did have like really wealthy, high-profile.
He's not going to go down, but he was perhaps, I think a lot of people feel like now, like the sacrificial lamb for this group of people that are all behind everything, and how he was able to move like this. Like, no one can move in the way that Diddy was moving without a lot of connection and power. And so yeah, I think he suffered, his family suffered, but he was the scapegoat for everyone else that's going to also metaphorically walk, because they didn't have a case. They didn't have a case for what they were saying they had a case for. Like Joe said, like, there was blackmail there. There was definitely like maybe even, you know, money laundering if you really want to go there. But I just don't know, you know, I am not a lawyer. So that is interesting. I only heard about tapes one time, and I think my assumption was they didn't end up showing it because it was all these sexually explicit things that maybe just like nobody needed to see. But I honestly, it left my mind as well. So yeah, it goes to show you, like, they wiped it clean.
That's the thing. Like, if he really did have like really wealthy, high-profile people at his parties, which we know he did, you know. Diddy prosecutors abandoned multiple allegations against rapper days before trial's end. Hey, he says,
Wow.
Hey, remember I called it? This is Kurt Metzger on Twitter. Because James Comey's daughter is the prosecutor.
Yep.
Remember how well she swept up on the Ghislaine trail?
Yep.
Hey, who else called it?
Yep.
I can't be the only one. Yeah, he called
I didn't
it.
know that.
He called
about
it
the process.
in
I
the
remember this
fucking.
now.
He called it in the fucking green room of the mothership. Right when he found out, he goes, "He's gonna walk." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Have you heard these charges?
Yeah.
He's going to go to jail."
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I
Metzger
think
was
we
right.
all
Yep.
felt
and then
that
we
way.
I don't know what happened with
And
Ghislaine
you don't
Maxwell.
think
What's
they
she
could
doing
fake
right
the
now?
moon landing?
Yeah.
Yeah, where is Maxwell? Is she still in prison? Did she ever go?
Fuck up. Shut the fuck up. They've got videotape, and all of a sudden they don't. You know, you got the director of the FBI on this show saying there's no if there was, nothing you're looking for is on those tapes. Like, what? Why did they say there was thousands of hours of tapes of people doing horrible shit? Why did they say that?
Right.
Didn't Pam Bondi say that?
What, are you talking about Epstein or Diddy?
Yeah, Epstein.
He's
Yeah,
like,
she said it
"Who are
literally,
we?"
I think, a week before you had the FBI director sitting here telling you there was nothing, right?
She said something about that there was like thousands
Yes.
of hours of tapes of people doing horrible crimes.
There is. And didn't the FBI dude say that there was nothing?
Cash Patel said there's nothing you're looking for. Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, what am I going to do? I'm going to push back.
Right. No,
I
of
mean,
course.
and
I
obviously,
understand. I understand.
he's saying what he has to say.
Right.
Mystery surrounds the Jeffrey Epstein files after Bondi claims tens of thousands
I
of
don't know if y'all can hear that. My computer keeps making this like doo-doo sound. Can y'all hear that? Or is that Joe's computer? It's my computer, right?
videos. Tens of thousands. Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you what.
I know.
Chill. Oh, my God.
I figured it out. It was me. I don't know if y'all could hear it. I doubt it. My phone is plugged into my computer right now, and my phone is not liking it. I mean, my computer's not liking it. It's like, get this phone out of here. Get this phone out of here. All right, back to this.
Jeffrey Epstein files after Bondi claims tens of thousands of videos. Tens of thousands.
Tens of thousands is
Jesus
wild.
Christ.
I'll tell you what.
So there's no files, but there's
Chill.
videos?
Oh, my God. Was reviewing tens of thousands of videos, the wealthy financier with children or child porn. The comment made to reporters at the White House days after a similar remark to a stranger with a hidden camera raised the stakes for President Donald Trump's administration to prove it has in its possession previously unseen compelling documents, or just bomb Iran, and everybody forgets
Just
about
bomb Iran. Yeah.
it. Everybody forgets about it.
Yeah,
those two words should never be in the same sentence. Child rhymes with corn. It literally shouldn't. It just sends the most angry chills down my spine.
Seems crazy that we're just I would think just Trump's demeanor, his MO towards other countries, like if we're the ones funding them, giving them all this money and they're trying to fight a war, like typically he would be putting his boot on their neck, like, listen, you motherfucker, like he's talking shit, right? Like you have to do what I want you to do. And it just seems like, and now I think it just came out a couple days ago that they're trying to prosecute Netanyahu, right? And then Trump's helping
Really?
with it,
I
think,
missed
trying to
this.
help him, Netanyahu, in that whole rigmarole.
Well, they're trying to try him while he's
while he's in
Still,
office, right? And I think
and
that
he's trying to delay it because he's like, look, we're at war,
Right.
And they decide to go through with it.
yeah. And I think something came
New
out. I think
news
a
to
couple
me.
days ago. I could be wrong, but
Gotta
I was
go
listening
look that up.
I was listening to Dave Smith talk about how
was in Jamaica,
Trump was
guys.
actually
I
like
didn't know what was
helping
going
him
on
through
here.
this. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Okay, here it says,
But-
during a Fox News Channel interview in February, Bondi suggested an alleged Epstein client list was sitting on her desk.
Yeah. Well, the list is one thing, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many people on the list
So
that are
Bondi
probably
has said
innocent,
this, right?
but
We knew that.
They just
probably-
went to the island for a party.
No, there's got to be a fucking hard drive.
There's gotta be.
Sitting in Tel Aviv right now.
Yeah, that's
That's
listen.
the other part of this too. They asked Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyers what their shit. Where was it? It's up here.
He had like 100 cameras in that penthouse, in every single house.
Do you know his house is for sale in New York?
That's
really?
amazing.
Yeah,
Should
and
make that a podcast studio.
no, my wife found it on Trulia or whatever it is.
Yeah.
One of the maps, and she's like, "Look at this beautiful." Because we were in
The
New York.
townhouse?
Yeah, like it's not a townhouse. It's a house. It's a big ass house. It's like multiple stories.
All
The
right,
one
I'm
right across the
looking
street
at
from Central Park?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That one.
Oh, I've
It's for
seen
sale
that
right
one.
now.
How much?
I think it was like 60 or 70 million, something like that, which is what it's worth. But who wants to live in the Epstein house? First of all, if
Somebody
I bought that
does.
house, I'd want the Clinton painting. Can you get me that painting?
Yeah.
Clinton in the
It's
blue
gotta
dress.
come with all that shit
I
inside.
have to have that painting. I want George Bush with the Jenga towers and the paper airplanes. I want all of it.
And then the lady just died too. The lady got hit by a car. One of the witnesses.
Yeah.
One of the Jeffrey
What?
Epstein witnesses. And then apparently she had like a husband who was abusing her.
What?
And people like to. It's just like people like to use this stuff as like a political football to like argue for
Well,
whatever
Dear
they believe
Lord.
in.
I'm sorry,
And also,
I'm Googling,
when you
guys.
get rich, powerful people. So here's the thing that happens with rich, powerful people. They can't go anywhere, right? If you're, like, say, a Jeff Bezos type or someone who's like an Elon Musk type. And I'm not accusing them of anything. I'm just saying
Still
at that
Googling
caliber
and
of
listening.
celebrity and that caliber of prominence, you can't go anywhere. If you're Bill Clinton back in the 80s or
Yeah.
the 90s, whatever it was, you can't go party. You know,
Right.
Everybody knows who you are. You got to be protected, right? But you want these experiences. And so you have these guys, like a Jeffrey Epstein type guy, who works with the elite of the elite clientele. It's all movie stars, big-time politicians, world leaders, scientists, Nobel Prize winners, and they all meet together and have fascinating conversations and cocktails, and there's beautiful girls everywhere. Of course. What a
Right.
great idea.
Right.
And if you're naive and you don't understand honeypots,
Here's the quote
Yeah.
from Maria Farmer, who was one of the accusers from what was inside the house in New York.
okay, she said, there were monitors inside this cabinet. I looked on the cameras and I saw toilet, bed, toilet. She said, visibly spooked. Like, I'm never going to use the restroom here and I'm never going to sleep here. You know what I mean? It was very obvious that they were like monitoring private moments. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Maria Farmer was the one who worked at Epstein's office in New York, I think.
And this was the house, Jamie?
Yeah, I was looking up stuff on the house. That was like what they
I
found.
wonder if the
in
house still
too.
has fucking cameras in it somewhere that they haven't found yet.
They definitely. Don't know.
Yeah, you'd have to scan the shit out of that house. You'd have to take the walls apart. There's probably
Yeah.
listening devices
For
inside the
sure.
walls. Like,
Yeah.
who knows? If this was like really an intelligence
there's so
operation,
much.
yeah, they probably had that house fully wired.
Maria Farmer, I think she was the chick who was working the front desk at his office in Manhattan. And this is like a funny example of like what I like to do. My mom is super left wing. Has her degree in fine arts.
Oh, boy.
And she's still
As soon as he said she has a degree in fine arts, I think we all pictured who his mom. That's so cute. These are the type of things that like really make you realize like what type of person like you are or the type of people you were raised by, because these type of things are not something that would have ever crossed my mind. Like, I'm talking about the type of actions that we've been told about in the Diddy case and even in the Epstein, especially in the Epstein case. Like it just was. I don't know anyone who lives even remotely close that way, so it's just like, what a different world. Like, it really makes you feel like, wow, I'm a good person. Like, on my worst days, I'm still a good person. It's just awful. It's awful. All right. I've had enough with this, guys. It's a little triggering for me. Let me know your thoughts on both cases. Do you think there is a client list? Do you think there are tapes? Let me know down below. I'm really interested to know. I learned a lot that I didn't know in this video, or at least I learned some things that now I'm going to go research, because again, I tell you guys time and time again, when you get upset that I watch like Joe Rogan or The View and things like that, it's like, I'm just reacting. It's for entertainment. But what I do is take the information that I'm receiving and then go do my own research, which I encourage every one of you to do. Anywho, thank you for watching. Leave a comment down below, like, share, all that jazz, and go and have the day you deserve. Bye.